What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome to your Chelsea versus Atletico review. So, we draw on 1-1 today against a very good team. That's all we're going to say. You know, Atletico Madrid, despite finishing third, they obviously played a few games where their run wasn't great, but you cannot deny the quality of players they have in that team. Griezmann is just one example. Oblak in goal was absolutely fantastic. At the back, you've got Godin, Jimenez, you've got some fantastic players that play in that team. Obviously, former players like Felipe Luis as well. Diego Costa has gone back. So, you know, their squad is good and they are a good team. End of. So, when the first goal went in today, obviously it was disappointing. I felt, you know, the game in the first half was very dull. 0-0 was a sufficient scoreline, basically. I think that we didn't really take opportunities in the game. We were definitely struggling in terms of getting the ball in the back of the net for the entirety of the game. Alvaro Morata, again, missing one-on-ones. I don't know. I think, you know, obviously, he's a world-class striker. There's no doubt in it. He was at Real Madrid for a reason. So, there's no fault in him, but he still needs to develop his game a bit more. One thing I will say, though, is he showed a lot of fight today. And that's because I think maybe there was a Los Blancos coming out of him. The whole Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid factor did come out of him today. And he was fantastic, I think, in terms of that, but his overall performance, not so sure about it. As well as that, obviously, let's go through the entirety team. Thibaut Courtois, definitely, for me, yeah, I'd say he's the man of the match for Chelsea today, in my opinion. Jack's looking at me in a strange way behind the camera, he's not too sure about that. But I don't know, how do you feel?
I don't know, I think Hazard showed a lot today for me.
Hazard did as well.
Hazard was, again, he was kicking good. I know he tired to the end of the game, but he was good.
That's true. But one thing as well is also, bear in mind, Thibaut Courtois did save us a couple of opportunities.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
That's why I'm giving Thibaut Courtois it's my personal man of the match. Obviously, have the conversation with me down in the comment section below. That's what it's for. I thought he was phenomenal. Christensen, again, and people keep saying it, potential captain qualities. Obviously, ATLETICO right now and Cahill are the leaders in the team, but Christensen was marshalling that line just as much as they were, and he was absolutely fantastic again today. I think, you know, there was a couple of opportunities missed. He missed a couple of opportunities to finally get a goal, which he so badly deserves. But overall, he made a few good decisions. He was great on the ball again. He was he was marshalling. He was a bastion at the back in terms of defensive capabilities, and I thought he was fantastic. Cahill as well had a pretty good game. Azpilicueta as well, standard. Wing backs, Zappacosta. In my opinion, I just wasn't sure. Well, it's not. It's not a case I wasn't sure. It's not. He's never played there really. He didn't play there in Italy either. As a left wing back, he's right-footed. He can only use his right foot really, and that's why he's on the right-hand side. I thought maybe Victor Moses could have gone on that side because he can use his left foot, but today Zappacosta didn't really perform, but I don't blame that on him. We rested Alonso for a reason. You know, there's a lot of games coming up over the next month or so, and you know, he needed a rest. He was extremely fatigued, but Zappacosta is not a left wing back. So in January, need to go in. My first choice, as much as and also many Chelsea fans' first choice that someone they would love to see. I'd love to see Ryan Bertrand back in a Chelsea shirt. Obviously, let me know your thoughts about that down in the comment section below. We will be redoing the transfer show. It will be back. We're going to be doing bits and bobs. I think we would be doing a weekly transfer rumour mill across December, which is something we're really looking forward to. But enough of that. Let's talk more about the games and other stuff as well. We'll talk about today. Right. One player that everybody criticised, and rightly so today, and it's been a while since he's had a very good performance. Bakayoko. I think, you know, the guy needs to be dropped. It's my opinion. Obviously, I don't think he had such a good game. I don't think his overall capabilities were he showed at the beginning of the season what he's capable of, and for the past few games he's been misplacing passes. He's been doing loads of other stuff as well, which has not been Bakayoko-esque, I guess, as well. You know, we bought him from Monaco after last season because of how good he was. Obviously, like a lot of people saying, he's 22, he needs to develop, and I agree with that. But right now, he should not be starting in that team if he's needing to develop like that. Danny Drinkwater, absolutely fantastic in the games he's played, in my opinion. Should be starting in that team. Obviously, I understand squad rotation and various other stuff as well, but why didn't Danny Drinkwater come on in the game? I felt maybe he could have a bit more of an impact as well. But when we did switch up to a 3-4-3, obviously Willian, Pedro and Batshuayi coming on as well, you know, it was a significantly improved performance. Obviously we went 1-0 down, and we came back, drew level, 1-1, Hazard or Savic, however you want to look at it. I will obviously say Hazard, but the overall performance afterwards when we switched to a 3-4-3 was a lot more empowering. We had a bit more charisma about us as well. I thought we were moving the ball better, and obviously Pedro, Willian and Batshuayi did okay. Batshuayi didn't have as much impact as I thought he could have done, but it's by the by. But I think other than that, Pedro, fantastic when he came on. You could see the impact he was having on the game. He was making driving runs, which is what we were missing. We were too tippy-tappy in my opinion, and that seems to keep happening where we have these tippy-tappy passes. Not a big fan of it. Obviously I'm very direct in my personality, and I'm also very direct in my liking of football. So yeah, I think we could have been a bit more direct, and Pedro definitely brought that on the game today. But as well as that as well, Willian, how did you miss that sitter, mate? Please tell me how you did it, because there was opportunities where you could have looked up, made the passes. You weren't as great as you could have been. You are a good player, there's no doubt about it. Willian is a fantastic player. He's proved it on several occasions, and today we did just lack that final edge, as a lot of people have said tonight, as I say as well. Obviously now the big thing is the Champions League draw, so obviously we'll be going live for that as we always do, but other than that, the teams we can draw, I think as it stands, are Besiktas, we can draw PSG, and we can draw Barcelona. Now, ideally, well, I'd like Besiktas, because on paper they're a much easier draw than Barcelona or PSG. That's a given. And obviously Barcelona is always a magical night to go there. PSG at the minute, despite losing 3-1, really not comfortable going to play there. I mean, come on, Neymar, Cavani, Mbappe. We struggled when we went there last time with a much deeper squad. I think that would be a bit of a struggle. For me, obviously Besiktas would be ideal, but I'm not in control of the draw. Good season for me, quarterfinals of the Champions League, top 4 finish, and if we can add a cup to that, that'd be fantastic. But other than that, in terms of tonight, we're through. That's all that matters. Obviously the win would have been nice, but for me, I'm not that bothered about it. We're through, as I said. That's all that matters. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on my personal socials to ask me more questions and see more of the stuff I think about Chelsea and other stuff as well. Also, make sure you follow my personal channel for behind-the-scenes vlogs of 100% Chelsea and more of my ramblings and opinions, because I don't get to do that very often anymore, which I do kind of miss. And that though, most importantly, make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Thank you to all of those that have done already. It's a huge help, and you guys do make this channel keep going. It was a very rough month in November, and all of you guys supporting the channel, obviously on Twitter, on Facebook, all the messages you guys send us on our personals as well. We really appreciate them, and keep doing it. It really helps us through. And obviously we are here. It is now midnight. We've just been finishing talking to people, and obviously we'll keep going. That's what we're here for. We're your voice, and we want to give that to you. So guys, make sure you subscribe to see more content like that. Hit that notification bell, because I know some of the videos didn't go to sub boxes for our last game. That way you know when we're going to have videos coming through, because you have the notification bell. Subscribe to our socials as well: Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram, and we'll all see you very soon. Take care.